As the MotoGP summer break was over 3 weeks ago, this time it is the Formula 1 summer break that is over and the Formula 1 circus is back to the Netherlands. The 2025 Dutch Grand Prix is done and dusted and Oscar Piastri is again on top from pole position, fastest lap and leading throughout the entirety of the race. And as per tradition, 5 topics to comment about. My 5 verdict on the 2025 Dutch Grand Prix. So just as I said in the intro earlier, Oscar Piastri, he led throughout the entirety of the race, all 72 laps that he led. Previously, he has won 8 Grand Prix. This 9th win is the first time ever that Oscar led the whole duration of the Grand Prix despite the mixed conditions. There was light rain here and there on lap, I think it was on lap 17 or maybe in the 20th lap or maybe in the 20s, in the 30s. There were a lot of light rain, but it didn't really fully turn into like torrential rain or whatever, just like in 2023. The rain was just teasing around. It's not really something so serious that can potentially endanger Oscar's lead. He kept again, as per usual, calm, cool, collected, and yeah, 7th win of the season, 9 in total, equaling his own mentor Mark Webber. Mark in his entire career only had 9 wins, and now Oscar, in his I don't know how many starts has it already been for in Oscar's career, but yeah, a 9th win for the young Australian. This is indeed a big turnaround, since in the previous years Oscar has never really been good at Zandvoort. So this win, having the fastest lap, leading throughout the entire laps, it's a big breakthrough for Oscar, and now he's leading the championship by 34 points with 9 races to go, and that's a lot number of races, so it's still far from over. There's still plenty of chances for him to make a mistake, to bin it somewhere in this last 9 races. So yeah, we'll have to see the progression in this next races. The last time Max had 4 races or more without any podium was in the last 2 races of 2017 to the first 4 races of 2018. Now let that sink in. That was like, man, 7-8 years ago. This time he had a podium, but after 4 races. So it's been very long time since Max has had this run of races without a podium, be it finishing just 4th, 6th, or even retiring. That just shows how dominant Max has been in this past 4-5 years. It's not only the car though, it's the Max factor again. It's Max Verstappen, what can we say? And there isn't a better place to do it, to return to the podium, other than in your home race. So as a whole, the V car has changed names a lot of times. The team's last podium as a whole was in Baku 2021 with Pierre Gasly, when it was still called the AlphaTauri. But since it's renaming itself into the V Cup that we know today, this is genuinely their first podium in the hands of rookie too, in the hands of a rookie. We never really thought that Isaac would make it to F1, since we thought Checo would stay at Red Bull and Liam will basically stay at V Cup alongside Yuki. But with Checo out of the way, Liam gets promoted, only to get demoted again after 2 races. Isaac was suddenly in the mix. Not even Helmut Marko viewed him as something special. He even straight out called him as something shameful and embarrassment after he broke down due to that mistake in the formation lap in the Albert Park. It was going to be his debut, his first ever F1 race. So him getting onto the podium, bringing V Cup their first podium, their first Rostrum as a whole, their first Rostrum after Baku in 2021. This is a huge achievement basically. He started 4th already, 4th on the grid. Imagine that this rookie was holding off the likes of Charles Leclerc and George Russell, and that was not an easy task. And again, knowing that he started P4, this was purely on merit. It's not like he was just lucky by the safety car, by some weather condition or something. No, this was just purely Isaac being good in F1. And Isaac might repeat the same feat if V Cup can keep up with the development of the car for the rest of the season. Just like at Hungaroring, it was another Charles versus George, Leclerc versus Russell. And Charles executed a very controversial move on George. From the angle of that camera, he was basically overtaking George from outside of the track. He was clearly off track, all four wheels over the white line. But we haven't really seen another angle, whether or not he was really leaving the track when performing the overtake. But before further action could be taken, before further investigation could be made, Charles, of course, he crashed, tangling with Kimi Antonelli, and was out of the race. But this controversial and aggressive overtake left George with a broken side pod, and he was basically limping to and holding off that P4 to the line. At some point, George was even under massive pressure from Albon, who ended up finishing P5. But yeah, it was kudos to George for holding off that fourth place. It's indeed a race sight to see modern F1 cars smoking and retiring mid-race. That was like a thing back in the 90s, or at the very least early 2000s. Yet that was exactly what happened to Lando. On lap 65, he had to park the car basically, while previously he was running only 1.1 seconds back from Oscar. He was basically trailing Oscar and was ready to, I think, pick up the fight for that P1. And but yeah, it was just not meant to be for Lando. He retired, 0 points, and coming to this weekend, he was 9 points aback from Oscar. Now he's a whopping 34 points aback from Oscar. So with these 9 races left, Lando will need to smash the next 5 races, winning all those 5, and Oscar finishing in second in those 5 races. And only after that Lando will be ahead of Oscar by 7 points. But I don't really see that happening. I mean, this is Lando we're talking about, one of the most inconsistent guys in F1. I mean, like, how many races in a row that he has won? Only 2 in a row that he has done. He never did a hat trick 3 in a row or even more. So the idea of him winning 5 races in a row in these next 5 races, that's just so unlikely to me. Not to mention that Azerbaijan is one of the track that we're going to visit, and we know how strong Oscar was last year. So I think it's not going to be the case with Lando winning 5 in a row. And yeah, the title is basically Oscar's now. But still, we can't really say for sure. Maybe in these next 9 races, Oscar will eventually had some mechanical failure and had to retire, and Lando winning. So yeah, it's not really, it can't be really said for sure. But yeah, I've always said that I lean more towards Oscar winning the Drivers' Championship than Lando. The natural talent, the raw talent is there, and the consistency is there as well. The mentality, it's just, Oscar is a more complete package than Lando. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all my verdict in these races. I think they're not really an interesting one. I can't really compile an interesting enough topics, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I mean, again, I'm just a really casual and generic F1 fan, so yeah, I'm just here letting all my thoughts out in the open. So yeah, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and like and subscribe for more, and until we meet again.